3, 4. Burn it down! Burn it down! Burn it down!
Evening fans, we're in Phoenix, Arizona tonight for another exciting card of our WLS Saturday night at Ringside Live. Welcome one and all to our Rwl Sn Rl. I'm Wally Cardill, alongside with Johnny Bianco and GM Tex Lynch and gang. We're just about 48 hours from the next big supercard of this year's Sweet Revenge Tour, hotter than July, and hey, so far, the Sweet Revenge Tour has been every bit as exciting as previous years, and this right here will prove to be no exception.
This year's tour has definitely been a hot one, with plenty of excitement, tension, and unexpected surprises, and we've still got just over a month to go before it all wraps up in September, when we begin our path to the annual Memphis Million end-of-year card in December.
And every Memphis Million to date has been exciting. Well, the build-up's been just as exciting too, but tonight we got 2 hours of great RWL mat action for you. So let's get it underway. How you doing tonight, folks? All right, our opening contest this evening gonna be Jim Dandy Deacons of Best of the West, accompanied by Mid-South champion Billy White Moon, facing Big Bob Duncombe of the Unholy Trinity. And oh, what a story they've got.
Welcome, Phoenix, to our WL Sn Rl. Our opening contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Mid-South champion Billy White Moon from Irving, Texas, weighing 255 pounds. Here's Jim Dandy Deacons.
Well, all right, we are starting off on the good foot tonight. A battle between two Texans, Jim Dandy Deacons and Big Bob Duncombe, about to go mix this one up. Billy White Moon, the Mid-South champ, joining his tag team partner at ringside for this matchup. Oh, man, this is going to be wild.
His opponent, accompanied by Dirty Dutch Mantel from Austin, Texas, weighing 306 pounds, Big Bob Duncombe. Duncombe won his last match with Gene Snitsky at Rage and ended up attacking both Snitsky and MJ Ferrantino after the match, along with primetime Bobby Mills with steel chairs. Joke turned out to be on them, as Ferrantino sent out the Vandal brothers after primetime after his match, and he got whipped on so good. Our unholy trinity is just an unholy duopoly with Bobby Mills, unable to appear tonight. Question is, will Duncombe and Dutch Mantel attempt to repeat that kind of stunt here?
And on the other side of it, MJ Ferrantino is still feeling vengeful after the Unholy Trinity killed his buzz oversighting American powers to his stable last week. Yes, feeling vengeful, and with an entire stable of very big, very mean clients who will do whatever Ferrantino asks of them.
Well, Dutch and his boys have been made to pay a small punitive penalty for their actions, but there's still probably going to be a whole lot more. All right, well, Walt Roughburn rings the bell and off we go. Jim Dandy with a kick to the midsection, a clubbing overhand right, takes Bobby Duncombe down the canvas. He rolls back up to his feet. He gets whipped into the corner. He rebounds out. Jim Dandy Deacons got him by the trunks. He's got him all the way up. Big time vertical suplex, and down goes Big Bob Duncombe again. Jim Dandy Deacons misses with the kick. Duncombe blocked and countered by Jim Dandy. Jim Dandy has him up again. Another vertical suplex for Big Bob Duncombe. A stomp right to the face, another one. Duncombe connects with the right. Gets him up in a fireman's carry, but Jim Dandy counters it into a DDT. Jim Dandy drags Duncombe towards center, drives a knee right into the chest of Bobby Duncombe. And here comes Dutch Mantel, already disliking what he sees, getting into it with Jim Dandy. Duncombe back up on his feet, moves in on Jim Dandy from behind, jumping neckbreaker, and down he goes. Bobby Duncombe successfully using the distraction to his advantage, but Jim Dandy counters with a forearm right away. Gets Duncombe up over his shoulders. 306 pounds of Bobby Duncombe about to go throat first into the top rope. Duncombe counters, shoves Jim Dandy away. Rounds up Jim Dandy. There's a kick to the leg. Bobby Duncombe whips Jim Dandy towards the corner. Jim Dandy quickly counters. Quick shoulder takedown for Bobby Duncombe. And so far, it's been all Jim Dandy Deacons firmly in control of this one so far, much to the approval of his tag team partner and friend, Billy White Moon, the Mid-South champion. Duncombe counters with an elbow, gets back up on his feet. Clothesline takes Jim Dandy over the top rope out onto the floor. And here comes Duncombe right after him as the ref starts to count. Jim Dandy counters. Duncombe counters. Makes his way back into the ring. Here comes Jim Dandy right after him. Rounds him up again in another fireman's carry. And here we go. Airplane spin. Bobby Duncombe's going to be very dizzy and very unhappy for a minute. Look at this, Dirty Dutch. Bringing a steel chair into the play. Look at this. Bobby Duncombe counters with a kick. Didn't appreciate Jim Dandy's showboating, I guess. Jim Dandy whipped to the corner. Here comes Duncombe. A clothesline to the back of the head that takes him down. Duncombe going for cover one, but just a one. Jim Dandy kicking out of that one real easy. A quick jab from Duncombe. Whip to the ropes, a knee to the midsection, whip to the ropes again, another knee to the midsection, and followed up with a Russian leg sweep just center ring. Bobby Duncombe going to work on Jim Dandy Deacons, much to the delight of Dirty Dutch Mantell. Oh man, I got a bad feeling about those guys. Here's a camel clutch, but Jim Dandy says, no, that's all right, I'm not doing that. Flips out the back door, gets a hold of Bobby Duncombe. Duncombe slams him down on that chair. Bobby Duncombe rounds him up, pitches him over the top rope and out on the floor again. And Big Bob Duncombe, for the first time in this matchup, starting to press something of an advantage. Here we go, oh man, big time crash and burn. Jim Dandy just got out of the way just in time. Bobby Duncombe counters him, slams him down to the canvas. Winds him up. Oh man, here we go. Single leg crab on the outside. Referee still counting. Jim Dandy finds his way out of that single leg crab. Misses with a kick. Bobby Duncombe charges, collides twice. Makes his way back into the ring. Jim Dandy Deacons catches a shot from Duncombe. They lock up, they tussle. Jim Dandy shoves him away. Kick to the midsection. A quick jab, and Duncombe's on the ropes again. Jim Dandy drapes him over that middle rope, and here comes the Cannonball Express. Woo-woo. Oh, man. Right across the back of Bobby Duncombe. Bob Duncombe escorted to the far corner, about to be introduced to the turnbuckle and all his 9 cousins. Oh, man, down he goes. Center ring, face first. Jim Dandy misses with the stomp. Bobby Duncombe moves in. Dutch Mantell once again distracting the referee as an inverted Russian leg sweep takes Jim Dandy Deacons face first into the canvas, struggling to make his way to the standing position on the apron. Quick counter here, and look at this, a nice sunset flip with a pin. Here's a cover. 1, 2. A 2 count only. A clubbing overhand right from Jim Dandy. And now Jim Dandy Deacons setting it up. There's the submission. There's a beautiful leg lock. Bobby Duncombe gets the hold released as Jim Dandy Deacons rounds him up one more time. Look at it. Here we go. Opens up with a series of jabs. A little fancy footwork. A double shot to the chest, and down goes Bobby Duncombe. And look at this. Jim Dandy Deacons drags him just above center ring, and I think I know what's about to happen. Here we go. Giant swing from Jim Dandy on Bobby Duncombe, and he is definitely going to be very, very motion sick after this one. Boom, down he goes. And oh man, Bobby Duncombe laid out as Jim Dandy covers. 1, 2, 3. Well, sir, that's a wrap. Jim Dandy Deacons wins this one by pinfall. Let's get the official time from Buck Morton.
Time, 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Jim Dandy Deacons.
How about that? Second generation star Jim Dandy putting some very quick wraps on Big Bob Duncombe. And and scoring himself an impressive 3-count pinfall win in a match where he had Duncombe firmly in control for most of it. While Duncombe, of course, tried to gain an edge with Dutch Mantell offering an assist or two, it was just no good. Deakins was just too much for Bobby Duncombe tonight.
Jim Dandy was totally channeling his dad, late great Hall of Famer cowboy Bob Deakins, making use of so many of his father's classic moves. Right down to that series of quick jabs with all the fancy footwork. It's amazing sometimes when we see obvious signs of genetics at work. Jim Dandy was the spitting image of his dad in this one.
He sure was. I mean, look at that. It was literally just like doing it the way Cowboy Bob did it back in the day with Chief Sam White Moon. Oh man, Best of the West is an amazing team, ain't they? Well, all right, gang, that takes care of our first match this evening. We'll be right back with... hang on a minute now. The Vandal brothers are back. Jay and Ace coming down the ramp. Bobby Duncombe looks a little bit concerned again, just like it happened to Pronton Bobby Mills at Rage the other night. Don't look like the Vandal brothers are going to let him leave.
And it sounds like the crowd here in Phoenix is here for it.
Oh, boy. Look at this. The Vandal brothers doing it just like they did on Rage the other night. They are going to take Bobby Duncombe apart to teach Dirty Dutch Mantell and the Unholy Trinity a lesson. And Pronton Bobby Mills is already out of commission. Oh, well, I guess that kind of didn't work out. He accidentally struck his own brother. Jay hitting Ace by mistake here. And now Bobby Duncan's going to pay for that one, too. Oh, man. Ace Vandal catches a quick counter from Bobby Duncombe, but catches a clothesline from the back from Walton Jay Vandal. Jay and Ace going right to work on Bobby Duncombe, who's already wiped out from his match with Jim Dandy. He ain't got a snowball's chance in hell. Oh, Duncombe with a counter and a DDT on Ace, but Jay right there to pick it up. Bobby Duncombe struggling to get back to his feet, and oh man, Jay and Ace Vandal just taking him apart piece by piece, section by section. Oh man. Gee, I guess MJ Ferrantino's still a little bit sore about the whole thing, huh?
And Jay Ferrantino's stable, now fighting wars onto fronts apparently against the Unholy Trinity and to short Popeye Scott Bell's stable. And man alive, he's definitely got the firepower to make it happen. Wanton Jay and Vicious Ace Vandal breaking another of Dirty Dutch Mantell's toys with exceptionally rough treatment. The young up-and-coming manager absolutely asserting his no-nonsense approach and letting his vindictive nature shine through here as Big Bob Duncombe is seriously fading fast against Jay and Ace Vandal.
Yeah, MJ's one of those I don't get mad, I get even kind of guys.
Duncombe's already busted open by the Vandals and struggling to even stand up. He's not going to be able to take much more. And Walt Rothburn can't do anything except maybe offer thoughts and prayers at this point.
Well, to his credit, Big Bob Duncombe fighting with every last fiber of his being, fighting to the very last breath in his body, I guess. But the numbers game's definitely got him. There's just no way Bobby Duncombe's going to get out of this one in one piece. Oh, now there we go. Another DDT face first into the canvas, and I think that's just about enough. Wanton Jay and Vicious Ace Vandal putting a wrap on Big Bob Duncombe. Oh, man. Loses his match with Jim Dandy Deakins, and then the Vandal brothers come out and just beat the living crap out of him. Well, it has not been a good day for Bobby Duncombe or the Unholy Trinity. I know Dutch Mantell has got to be one mad mofo.
Dutch is no fool. He beat it the hell out of here before the Vandals even rolled up. Self-preservation at its best.
We'll be right back with more Snarl right after the break.
Folks, up next, something new and different. As Ronda Rousey of Bell Unlimited gets set to lock it up with American Power's new Chief of Security, Sister Golden Hair, in her first ever RWL matchup.
And while seconds at ringside have been barred from this one, we have got Liberty Bell Danielle joining us in the booth for this match.
I've heard you and Patty Powers are taking a little night off here before Hotter Than July and your upcoming match with AJ Lee and Shotzi.
That's the idea, Wally. But thanks for having me in the booth for this, so I can at least get to see my bud here in her first matchup. Sure hope she comes through here.
That was the whole idea behind banning everybody from ringside. I didn't want any distractions to ruin it.
So let's go to ringside and Buck Morton with the introductions. The following ladies division contest set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, representing Bell Unlimited from Venice Beach, California, the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey. Ronda here was standing ringside with Randy Savage in his last match at Rage. And Ho Baby was Myron Schimmelman pissed that Stefan Von Berger didn't get the job done. As for Ronda here, she's going into this one with serious confidence as Sister Golden Hair's first ever opponent. Seems to think it's already in the books. And her opponent making her in-ring debut tonight from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Here is Sister Golden Hair.
I don't think you and Patty would have someone unskilled as a bodyguard, though. How wrong is Ronda to assume otherwise?
Don't let her good looks fool you guys. She's got experience, and she's more than capable of dealing with most opponents. Of course, I'm a little nervous for her, this being her first match and all, but she can handle Ronda, and with no one to cheat for her at ringside, she's gonna do just fine. I've told her already, win or lose, Pats, and I have got her back.
I've seen her in practice, and well, yes, she is a looker, but she is also real capable in the ring.
So, she's the reason you decide with MJ Ferrantino instead of Sylvia Strong, as Sylvia wasn't sure you two needed Sister Golden Hair at all.
Exactly. It was a package deal, and MJF okayed it.
Well, let's find out right now. Walt Rothburn rings the bell. He comes center ring, they lock up. Sister Golden Hair, countered by Ronda Rousey into a top wrist lock, taken down to the canvas. Ronda back up on her feet first. Sister Golden Hair counters, lines up Ronda. Ronda counters, back into that top wrist lock again. Once more, taken down to the canvas. Sister Golden Hair counters with a shot to Ronda Rousey. Ronda counters, lines it around, nice suplex from the baddest woman on the planet. A jawjacker from Sister Golden Hair. Misses with the crossbody. Ronda nails her with the right. Cross for the belly-to-belly, catches the headbutt instead. Fireman's carry from Ronda. Ronda Rousey takes her to the corner. And a series of headbutts to the turnbuckle for Sister Golden Hair. Now Ronda Rousey looking like she might have a bit of an edge here. Sister Golden Hair whips her to the ropes. Oh man, misses with the drop kick. Ronda Rousey rounds her up again. Whips her to the corner one more time, and knee to the midsection. Down she goes. Ronda assists her out of the corner with an alley-oop right there. Oh ho! Sister Golden Hair puts the brakes on, turns it into a dragon screw. Rounds up Ronda. Whoa! That was cool. Nice head scissor. SGH whips Ronda to the ropes. Oh, tried for the Hurricane Rana, but Ronda Rousey just a step too fast. Drags SGH towards the center ring, covers, but not even a one. SGH powers out quick. Ronda Rousey with an armbar on Sister Golden Hair. And she's got it locked in pretty good. Sister Golden Hair, oh, look at this, rolls her way out of it, but whoa, elbow right to the face of Ronda. SGH counters with the right. Gets a hold of Ronda, drop toe hold face first to the canvas center ring, right in the heart of the logo. Taken down with a leg sweep. SGH rounded up. Ronda Rousey quickly counter, taken down on the canvas again. SGH delivers a kick to the leg. Oh man, there's a double leg snap to Ronda Rousey. Ronda counters with a leg sweep, takes SGH down to the canvas. Opens up with a series of shots. SGH momentarily stunned. Whoa! Okay, Ronda Rousey starting to get a little bit aggressive here. A hard series of shots, followed up with a kick, a jab. SGH counters with a couple of elbows to Ronda. Takes her down again with that nice head scissor. Now clearly, she's not incompetent. An arm drag from Ronda Rousey, followed up with a hard right. Ronda escorts her to the corner, head first into the turnbuckle she goes. Hard whip to the far corner, almost got the referee. SGH counters, escapes the corner. Ronda counters with an elbow, a clothesline, puts SGH back in the corner. Sister Golden Hair having her problems at the moment with Ronda Rousey. Collapses out of the corner. Counters with a kick to the head, back up on her feet pretty quick. Ronda Rousey with a nasty slam right there. Ronda trying to rally the support of the fans here. Good luck with that one. He's about as popular as the clap at an orgy. Swing and a miss from Sister Golden Hair, and a clothesline from Ronda Rousey takes Sister Golden Hair down to the canvas again. Bonds her up over the shoulders. Slams her down again. Oh man, she must have really felt that one. Ronda Rousey rounds her up. Gets a hold of her. Sister Golden Hair counters. Gets a hold of Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey counters too. Oh, the brakes put on one more time by SDH. Ronda Rousey taken down to the canvas into a single leg crab. A possible submission here as Ronda Rousey tries to crawl her way to the ropes. Walt Rothburn checking things out. But Ronda counters and escapes the hold. Sister Golden Hair with a right up over the shoulders of Ronda Rousey, slammed down hard. Ronda moves in on SGH. Oh man, back into that armbar a second time. Sister Golden Hair losing the momentum here. Ronda Rousey not releasing the hold at all. Finally does. Misses with a stomp. Sister Golden Hair with a kick to the midsection. A low kick to the midsection. And here we go. Whoa, pop handle slam from SGH. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2, but no. Ronda Rousey getting that left shoulder up just in time. Oh, this one's been a ride so far. Sister Golden Hair catches an arm drag from Ronda Rousey. Ronda gathers her up. Escorts her towards the far corner. No, look at this. SGH with a series of elbows. Backs Ronda Rousey the hell off. Ronda counters with a kick to the midsection. SGH counters with a knee. And a clothesline over the top rope out onto the floor went Ronda Rousey. As referee Walt Rothburn initiates the count here. Nice forearm. An arm drag from Ronda. Makes her way back inside the ring. SGH slowly makes her way back inside. A kick from Ronda. They lock up. They tussle. SGH shoves her away. Another clothesline and another trip to the outside for Ronda Rousey. Sister Golden Hair rounds her up. Misses with the crossbody. Ronda quickly makes her way back inside the ring. A hard right from SGH up over the shoulders. And hung up on the top rope. Down goes Ronda Rousey again. Woohoo! You hear this crowd? They seem to be liking SGH. Whoa! Quick counter from Ronda Rousey. Back up on her feet again. Follows up with a stomp to the face. And right back into that armbar again, I think. No. Oh, look at this. Well, that's charming. A stomp to the arm. I do believe Ronda Rousey's starting to get a little bit frustrated here. Taken down to the canvas again. Another armbar. Whoa! Sister Golden Hair getting herself loose from that situation. Gets a hold of Ronda. Whips her to the corner. Ronda quickly pulls out of that corner. Sister Golden Hair with a dragon sleeper on Ronda. Ronda counters with a kick and a low shot. Oh, that was unnecessary. Up on the middle rope. Look at this. An armbar using the ropes. Sister Golden Hair probably was not expecting that. Hell, I wasn't expecting that. Ronda Rousey takes her down to the canvas one more time. And he snaps the arm on Sister Golden Hair. Ronda catches a knee to the skull from SGH. Ronda with her forearm. As SGH over the shoulders slams her down again. Oh, wait a minute. Referee Walt Rothburn checking out Sister Golden Hair. She might be hurt. Oh, well, this is not good at all. Sister Golden Hair rolls up for a minute. Ronda nails her with an elbow, takes herself back inside. Here comes SGH again. Well, she's hurt. She's still going to go side suplex to Ronda Rousey. Ronda rounded up to her feet. Nice belly-to-belly suplex from Sister Golden Hair. Drags Ronda center ring, goes for the cover and hooks the leg here. 1, 2. Oh, just a 2. Ronda Rousey kicking out again. Sister Golden Hair stalking Ronda Rousey now. Well, let's see where this goes. Gets a hold of her again, sets her up for another pump handle slam. Sister Golden Hair covers one more time. 1, 2. Oh, only a 2. Man, oh, she's starting to get a little bit frustrated. Oh, Danielle, I don't know what to tell you, but so far, this has been a wild one. Up over the shoulders, but inverted DDT, a quick counter from Sister Golden Hair. Well, look at this. Here's a stomp puller. Stretching that leg for all it's worth. The referee keeping an eye on things. Really stretching that leg for all it's worth, man. Releases the hold. Sister Golden Hair really getting the support of the fans. They do really just like the look of her, I think. Oh, here we go. Belly to belly suplex right center ring. She covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2. And there you have it. Sister Golden Hair wins her first match over Ronda Rousey by pinfall. Let's go get the official time.
Time, 10 minutes and 22 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Sister Golden Hair.
I hope she's okay. I'm worried because the ref had to stop things for a second. Lousy Rousey was going out of her way to hurt Sis, but she won in the end. Told you she's got it going on.
Okay, so if anyone in the locker room thought Sister Golden Hair might be a soft target, I hope they were watching that match, because Sister Golden Hair just picked up a pinfall with over one of the toughest women in wrestling and MMA. If that's not a highlight on the old resume, I don't know what is.
And even after getting hurt, she got up and finished the match, and ends up with a debut win. Not a bad day at the office, but SGH had better be checked over by the staff doctor, just in case. All the same, she hits one out of the park in her first at-bat.
I knew she could do it. I'd better go and check up on her, maybe help her to the doctor's office. Thanks for having me here, everyone.
Yeah, okay. Go check on her, Danielle. Folks, an impressive win for Sister Golden Hair, and we'll be back with more Snarl right after the break.
Just a quick reminder, fans, that the ongoing Sweet Revenge Summer Tour's next Supercard is only about a week away, so be sure to join us for HTJ. RWL presents the Hotter Than July Supercard, beginning Monday, July 28th, here on the RWL YouTube channel.
As Snarl continues, non-title tag team action up next, with Zeus and the Great Khali facing Snarl tag champs The Freak and the Wild Thing, the Psychedelics.
The following non-title tag team contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Eric Bischoff, at a combined weight of 670 pounds, the human wrecking machine Zeus, and the Great Khali, Eazy-E, and his number one clients, well, his only clients really, back with us tonight, with Eric Bischoff steady trying to steer his team towards another win and a possible tag title opportunity. And Bischoff is thoroughly convinced that a win over the Snarl Tag Champs will give them a lot more credibility towards that title shot. And he's kinda not wrong about that. Their opponents, accompanied by Sylvia Strong, at a combined weight of 477 pounds, they are WL Star Tag Team Champions, The Freak, and Wild Thing maintain, the Psychedelics. But the Psychedelics have demonstrated time and again that they are a very tough team to get a win over.
They certainly haven't dropped many matches, outside of one loss to Wilcox and Hollywood, that I can think of. While Zeus and Kali almost certainly have a power edge against them, the Freak and Wild Thing have whipped on a list of opponents as long as a Street Thug's rap sheet.
Whoa, that is pretty deep, Mr. Cardell. I kind of like that. Yes, sir, the Freak and the Wild Thing. Definitely not one to lose a whole lot of matches, and I'm kind of favoring them in this one, even if it's non-title. All right, as we get rolling here, it's going to be the Human Wrecking Machine and the Freak starting this one off. And here we go. Referee Willie Johnson rings the bell. They come center ring. They lock up. The Freak drives a knee into the midsection of Zeus. Moves back in on him. Delivers a kick to the chest. Follows that up with a stomp to the shoulder. Zeus counters with a kick. Quickly gets back up on his feet. Misses with a stomp. The Freak with a charging headbutt. Whoa. Down went the Human Wrecking Machine. Zeus rolls out of the way. Misses with his move. The Freak right there to lock him up again. Oh, wrist clutch boot to the face. As the Wild Thing Wayne Tate steps in on the tag. Moves in. Oh, wicked kick to the face from Zeus, who steps out and turns it over to the Punjabi Nightmare, the Great Khali. Wild Thing locks him up, gets shoved down by the Great Khali. Khali rounds up Wild Thing. Wild Thing counters with a right. Moves in relentlessly. Tags Khali with a series of rights and lefts, follows it up with a couple of knees to the midsection. Down goes the Great Khali. Wild Thing Wayne Tate stomping the hands and fingers of the Great Khali. And I don't care how big you are, that hurts. Wild Thing Wayne Tate locks up Khali again, kick to the midsection, and a quick DDT takes him down to the canvas. Wild Thing Wayne Tate steps out. Here comes the Freak against Sylvia Strong. Looks like she's well over, not having got... Whoa, man, the Freak beating his feet on the Mississippi mud. That is the Great Khali. As I was saying, Sylvia Strong seems to have well gotten over not signing American Powers. Everything seems to be going all right for her. The Freak drives a series of knees into the head of the Great Khali, follows it up with a running kick, takes him down to the mat again. Rounds him up, a hard slap across the chest, a right, a left, a kick to the midsection, and a quick DDT. And here's a cover. 1, 2. Well, no, the Great Khali getting the right shoulder up just in time, but still a pretty good near fall. The Freak charges. Whoa, Wild Thing with a cheap shot and a running kick from the Freak. Great Khali counters, gets back up on his feet, gets himself well away from the Psychodelic's corner. The Freak countered by the Great Khali with a knee to the midsection and a clubbing forearm that takes the Freak down to the canvas. Here comes Zeus again. Eric Bischoff has not gotten involved yet, but you can bet he probably will. Zeus, quick with the counter, drives a chop block into the knee of the Freak, a running drop kick. The Freak rolls out for a hot second. Looked like Eric Bischoff was about to try and make a snatch there. Would have got himself disqualified. Hit first into the turnbuckle. Goes Zeus. Zeus counters. Wild Thing tags him with a cheap shot. The Freak goes behind. Zeus counters with an elbow. The Freak charges. Taken down with a jawjacker. Slam face first into the canvas by Zeus. The Human Wrecking Machine locks up the Freak, escorting him towards his team's corner. And head first into the turnbuckle he goes, and here comes the Great Khali on the tag. And here comes a double team, a hard whip, and a back body drop to the Freak as the Great Khali takes over for his team. The Freak slides on out to the apron, using the ropes to get himself to a standing position. Here comes Khali. Ooh, quick counter from the Freak. A clothesline from the Great Khali, who goes after Wild Thing too, takes him down to the floor. The Freak rallying the troops up in the front row, and they just love them some psychedelics around here. The Freak rolls himself back inside the ring, locks up the Great Khali, catches a knee to the midsection. The Punjabi Nightmare catches a kick to the midsection, and a running clothesline that takes him down to the canvas. The Freak rounds him up again. The Great Khali whip to the ropes. Ooh, hard shot to the midsection. The Freak rounds him up. Hard forearm takes him down to the mat again. The Great Khali trying to run to higher ground outside on the apron. I don't know if that's going to do any good. Oh, nope, guess not. A series of 10-shot punches to the chest from the Freak to the Great Khali, and there's only one way to go after that. It's straight down. Huh. And down he goes. Out onto the floor as the Freak turns his attention to the human wrecking machine, gets countered, gets hung up on the top rope. Charges. Zeus not falling for any of the Freak's tricks. Whoa! Well, there's a shoulder that brought an end to that discussion. The Freak tags in Wild Thing Wayne Tig as the Great Khali, the legal man in the ring, gets himself back inside. Wild Thing was a hard whip to the Great Khali. Here's a duck under, and oh man, a spinning elbow that takes him down. Here's a quick cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Right, well, now the Psychedelics wrapping this one up pretty quick. Let's go get the official time.
The time, 4 minutes and 57 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, the Psychedelics.
That was a disturbingly quick wrap-up to a match I would have sworn would have run a hell of a lot longer. To take down Zeus and Khali in under 5 minutes. Are these guys just getting better and better with each passing week, or did Zeus and Khali have a really off night? Not sure of which it is, but man, their matches just seem to keep getting shorter and shorter.
Indeed. You ain't kidding. The Psychedelics wrapping up Zeus and Khali pretty quick. We'll be right back with more Snarl right after the break.
As tonight's Snarl continues, so does the parade of big-name stars in this next non-title single match, setting Nikolai Volkov of the Red Star Confederation against the Legends World Champion, the Hot Scot, Rowdy Roddy Piper. The following non-title Legends Division match is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by the Kolovs from the former Soviet Union, weighing 304 pounds, Nikolai Volkov.
This one should be interesting. We've seen Ivan and Nikita Koloff in tag team competition, but we haven't seen a whole lot of Nikolai Volkov. But the seasoned veteran is definitely someone who could pose a threat to Roddy Piper and the RWL Legends World Championship. But Hot Rod doesn't see it the same way, since he's held that belt for a while, and he damn sure doesn't want to let it go, least of all to someone like Nikolai Volkov.
His opponent from Glasgow, Scotland, weighing 242 pounds, the RWL Legends World Champion, Rowdy Roddy Piper. It's been several months since Hot Rod got the Legends World Championship from the Ultimate Warrior, and so far, there hasn't been anyone who's been able to beat Piper for the belt. And while this one is a non-title scrap, Piper will be defending the title come Monday at Hotter Than July. So he's viewing this as basically a little warm-up before Monday night. A loss here, however, would serve as a bad omen going into Hotter Than July.
Old Hot Rod doesn't seem terribly worried about Nikolai Volkov, though. And while you can admire Piper's courage, even he can't ignore that he's outsized and outweighed by Volkov by a pretty significant margin. He's feeling pretty sure of a win here before his title defense on Monday.
Well, no matter what happens, we're gonna be guaranteed one very exciting Legends Division matchup between these two big-time stars.
Well, old Hot Rod certainly doesn't look like he's running scared, does he? Well, despite the not having the pressure of the title being on the line, losing is still not an option for Hot Rod. All right, Willie Johnson sounds the bell. Volkov misses with a jab. Hot Rod gets a hold of him, nails him with a belly-to-belly suplex right in the middle of the ring. Hot Rod misses with the grapple. Volkov with a rope-assisted flying fist takes Hot Rod down to the mat. Glances with a kick. Hot Rod with a quick jab, a slap across the chest. Volkov quickly counters, locks up Hot Rod, whips him to the far corner. A knee to the midsection from Nikolai Volkov. And a series of stomps right to the face and rebound off the ropes and a face wash from Nikolai Volkov to Hot Rod as the Koloffs look on. A wrist clutch series of kicks to Hot Rod from Nikolai Volkov. Volkov winding up Hot Rod, winding up both arms, and follows it up with a pair of knees to the back. Roddy Piper counters with a kick, gets back up on his feet, moves in on Volkov, opens up with a series of shots. A hard right spins him around. He goes behind and a rake to the back. Goes behind again and another rake to the back. Hot Rod locks up Nikolai Volkov. A gouge to the eyes. A jab to the face, another one. Hot Rod not known for his politeness. A kick to the midsection and followed up with another. And oh man, he is just stomping the hell out of Nikolai Volkov now. Volkov with a running kick takes Hot Rod down to the mat. Flips him over. Drives a kick into the leg of Hot Rod. Hot Rod counters, shoves Volkov away quickly back up on his feet. Roddy Piper with a hard left. Right to the side of the head. And now a series of mounted lefts. Hot Rod with a slap to the face of Nikolai Volkov. Goes for the cover and hooks the leg. One. Only one. Nikolai Volkov getting out of that one pretty easy. Rolls out to the floor. Hot Rod takes himself to the top turnbuckle. And look out, Daddy. Oh, man. Double axe handle right across the back of the head. Volkov drives a knee right into the head of Hot Rod. Nikolai Volkov rounds up Piper. Wrist clutch kick to the face. Volkov rounds up Piper again. Gets him back inside the ring. And here he comes in hot pursuit. They lock up. Over the shoulder into a fireman's carry for Hot Rod. Taken to the corner. Snake eyes right across the top turnbuckle. Piper escapes the corner. Running drop kick takes Nikolai Volkov down to the canvas center ring, followed up with a stomp to the midsection. Roddy Piper with an arm snap on Nikolai Volkov. And again, more mounted punches from Hot Rod, followed up with another disrespectful slap to the face. Roddy Piper rounds up Nikolai Volkov. Hard whip to the far corner. And Piper starts to open up with just a series of machine gun punches. And Roddy Piper definitely doing well here. Oh, look at this. Nikolai Volkov with a quick counter escapes the corner. A running, flying punch. Down goes Piper. 1, 2. And we can see Ivan Koloff introducing a steel chair into the ring. If Volkov gets a hold of that, that could be trouble. A running spear. As Willie Johnson dispenses with that chair. Here's a cover. 1, 2. And just a 2. Roddy Piper getting that right shoulder up as Willie Johnson dispatches that steel chair. Piper stuck in the corner as Nikolai Volkov once again starts putting the boots to Roddy Piper. Here he comes. Another vicious face wash for Hot Rod from Nikolai Volkov. Volkov takes himself all the way up to the middle rope. Drives a knee right into the chest of Hot Rod. The Hot Scot starting to lose the momentum here as Nikolai Volkov really starts to open up here. A series of knees to the leg of Hot Rod. And Roddy Piper gets gathered up again by Nikolai Volkov. He is already busted open and bleeding. Piper with a couple of shots. A quick counter from Nikolai Volkov. A series of kicks to the leg of Roddy Piper that he's already been working on that leg for quite some time. A series of rocket-style kicks right to the face of Roddy Piper. Nikolai Volkov drives a knee. Drives another into the leg of Hot Rod, and pretty soon that leg is going to go numb from all that abuse. Nikolai Volkov with a series of mounted punches and a stomp to the midsection to Roddy Piper. Piper shoves him away quickly, gets back up on his feet, moves in, a clubbing right across the forehead, a second one, a third one, down goes Nikolai Volkov as Roddy Piper starts to regain momentum here, takes himself all the way up to the top turnbuckle, waiting for Nikolai Volkov to stand himself on up. And here we go, another double axe handle right across the head of Nikolai Volkov, followed up with a stomp to the midsection. And Piper winds up that hard right, that hard left again, stunning Nikolai Volkov. And now a gouge of the face. Roddy Piper definitely through playing around here. Nikolai Volkov catches a kick to the back, a stomp to the leg. Roddy Piper regaining control of things here as he rounds up Nikolai Volkov. Volkov counters with an elbow though. A shot to the midsection. Winds up the arm on Hot Rod. But Hot Rod, look at this. Quickly unwinds himself and turns it into an arm drag on Volkov. A running kick to the face. And down goes Nikolai Volkov. The Koloff starting to look a little bit more concerned at this point. Piper drives the knee of Nikolai Volkov into the canvas. Piper rounds him up again. Gets a firm hold. Whips him to the far corner. Volkov in big trouble. Hot Rod calling for the running bulldog. Face first into the canvas goes Nikolai. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3, and you can just wrap this one up. Roddy Piper defeats Nikolai Volkov by pinfall.
The time, 6 minutes and 1 second. Your winner by pinfall, Rowdy Roddy Pipe. I guess he really didn't have anything to worry about. Piper may have taken a bit of a beating, but he definitely kept Volkov in control for most of the match. And ends up scoring the 3-count pinfall over Nikolai Volkov. A good sign as Roddy Piper gets set to defend the Legends World Championship Monday night at Hotter Than July.
The call-offs not looking too thrilled about this outcome, and it seems they were expecting a little more out of Volkov, but with Piper so very on point tonight, there really wasn't any other way this one could have gone.
Well, give it to Nikolai Volkov. He did give it his best shot, but them's the breaks. Hot Rod was just too hot tonight. We'll be back with more RWL Sn Rl right after the break. Don't go anywhere.
We're wrapping up the first hour tonight with a most unusual tag match. With Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors, facing the unprecedented team of Snarl TV champion Tiber Belescu and Rage TV champ T-Dog Tomasio.
The following tag team contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Chicago, Illinois, at a combined weight of 610 pounds, Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors.
I think our boy Myron might have earned his gold star for the week, pairing up the Snarl Television Champion and the Rage Television Champion, who just had a match against each other about a month ago as a tag team against Hawk and Animal.
I'm nosy as to how the Dogster and the Hungarian Hurricane will gel as a unit, with both working with someone other than their usual partners, No Way Jose and Sir Reggie Smythe. I mean, it's like you said, they just competed against one another not too long ago, and while they're both on good terms, no animosity between them. How will they work together against a team like Hawk and Animal, a team so synchronized, so in lockstep, they practically finish each other's sentences?
That's the magic of this match, Wally. We're gonna find out.
Their opponents, first, from Carson Road, weighing 240 pounds, the WL Rage Television champion, T-Dog Tomasio.
You're not wrong, Wally. Things are a whole lot different in this one. This ain't Mass Incorporated, and I'm not in there with them because we are synchronized and in lockstep. And we would have given the Road Warriors a serious run for their money. In fact, we have given the Road Warriors a serious run for their money. But as far as T-Dog and Tibor Belescu working together, I don't think it's going to be a problem. But the Road Warriors definitely got a bit of an edge.
A win for T-Dog and Belescu is gonna hinge on them using their combined skills in the most efficient way possible. The potential is there with the Dogster's technical skills and Belescu's brute strength, but they're gonna have to learn each other real quick. If not, then Hawk and Animal will have the advantage of experience on their side. His partner from Budapest, Hungary, weighing 200 pounds, the RWL Sn Rl Television champion, Tiber Belescu.
It's gonna be an interesting little experiment, and who knows? If T-Dog and Belescu do function well as a team, we might see them together again, or possibly even a combination, involving their normal tag partners, also in the mix. Yeah, Myron Schimmelman's definitely put together a match we're not likely to see every day.
He really has. I'm seriously keen to see how the Dogster and Belescu work together, but the house here in Phoenix sure seems to be on their side. Despite the wild popularity of the Road Warriors, I think these folks wouldn't mind seeing the boys upset Hawk and Animal. But can they pull it off?
Well, they are definitely extremely popular. Look at these fans, man. Wow. Really into this team. Going to be interesting to see how they fare against Hawk and Animal in this one. A pretty incredible tag team match to close out hour one as Road Warrior Hawk and the Dogster get ready to go here. As referee Willie Johnson sounds the bell, they come forward. They lock up. The Dogster with a kick to the midsection, a jab, a chop, another chop to Road Warrior Hawk, and a snap suplex. T-Dog Tomasio pacing around, gonna make his way to the top turnbuckle on the far corner. Animal slowly making his way up to a standing position here. Here we go. Double X handle definitely found the mark right between the split mohawk of Road Warrior Hawk. Hey, a drop toe hold from the Dogster and into a possible submission. Hawk gonna have to fight his way out, and he sure as hell does. A series of shots to the face of the Dogster. Hawk back up on his feet, locks up T-Dog, lifts him to the far corner. Big time splash, and down goes the Dogster. Quickly back up on his feet though. A jab to Hawk. Hawk counters with a hard right. T-Dog counters with another jab. Look at this, off the top rope, leg breaker. Beautifully done. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg, one, but just barely a one. Oh, that's a trick I haven't seen T-Dog do for a long time. The Dogster with another jab gets a hold of Hawk, another suplex. And the Dogster going after Road Warrior Animal, nails him with a right, takes himself out onto the apron. And here goes Animal crashing into the lip of the apron as T-Dog Tomasio. Look at this, Road Warrior Hawk doing a little bit of showboating here. As T-Dog gets back inside the ring, Hawk misses with the throat chop. They lock up over the shoulder. Goes the Dogster as he's walked towards the Road Warrior's corner. Head first into the turnbuckle goes the Dogster. Into a seated position in the Road Warrior's corner. Catches a stomp from Hawk. Catches a second stomp. The Dogster counters with a kick. Escapes the corner. Misses with the drop kick. Hawk with a clubbing overhand right to T-Dog Tomasio. Hawk gets a hold of the Dogster. Whoa! Hard shoulder tackle as Hawk makes his way to the top turnbuckle here in the far corner, and whoa, nails him with an elbow just as he's trying to get out of the way. And here comes Road Warrior Animal on the tag. Animal fails to connect with the clothesline, gets slammed down to the canvas by the Dogster with a little bit of pizzazz right there. And here comes the Hungarian Hurricane, Tibor Bolescu. Oh, this is going to be good. A series of shots from Bolescu. He's got him up, sets him up for a tombstone pile driver. Well now, man, that Bolescu is strong. Running kick from Animal takes Bolescu down to the mat. A stomp to the back. Road Warrior Animal rounds up Tibor Bolescu, gets a hold of him, snap suplex for the Hungarian Hurricane. Road Warrior Animal locks him up. Bolescu with a series of elbows to the midsection says, oh, no you don't. Oh, Animal with a quick counter. Gets a hold of Bolescu, has him up, scoop slams him, and quickly goes for a cover here. One, but just barely a one. Tibor Bolescu slowly making his way back to his feet, but Animal right there to keep him down with a clubbing overhand right. Bolescu winds up the arm, slams Animal down to the canvas. Gathers him back up again. The Hungarian Hurricane catches a series of elbows to the midsection from Road Warrior Animal. They lock up. Animal's got him up another scoop slam as Bolescu rolls outside, and here comes Road Warrior Hawk on the tag. Tibor Bolescu rallying the troops in the front row here. Here comes Animal, misses with the clothesline. A hard chop from Bolescu takes Hawk down. Man, that was hard. A heel hook stretch from Tibor Bolescu. Road Warrior Hawk still laid out. Bolescu drags him halfway across town by his ankle. Oh, okay. Bolescu catches a knee to the midsection. Hawk has him up, inverted atomic drop right in the regions where it hurts the most. Bolescu fails to connect. Hawk nails him with a right and a headbutt. Takes Bolescu down to the canvas, and here comes Road Warrior Animal. And Tibor Bolescu ain't moving. This is not good. Road Warrior Animal with a kick to the leg of Bolescu. Follows it up with a second. Turns Bolescu over, turns him over again, and goes right back to her on the same leg. Well now, Road Warrior Animal rounds up Bolescu, whips him to the Road Warrior's corner. Hard headlock punch. Bolescu comes reeling out of the corner. Animal goes behind. Back suplex. Takes Bolescu down to the mat again. And here comes Road Warrior Hawk again. Tibor Bolescu. Want to think about tagging out at this point. A rolling elbow from Hawk misses the mark. Bolescu with a running kick to the face. Takes him down to the canvas. Bolescu drives a knee into the head of Road Warrior Hawk. And now Bolescu going to work on Hawk with a heel hook stretch. Road Warrior Hawk really getting his legs worked on by the Hungarian Hurricane. Bolescu rounds up Hawk. Takes him to his team's corner, head first into the turnbuckle. And here comes the Dogster. A team working together pretty good for the first time ever. Can't really say much. Oh, clothesline from Road Warrior Hawk. Takes the Dogster down. Here's a cover. 1, 2, but only 2. The Dogster kicking out at 2. Road Warrior Hawk catches a hard shot to the midsection, doubles him over. Hawk trying to break this hold from T-Dog. Hawk spun around with a hard right, and T-Dog going into a sweeper hold. This could be trouble for the Road Warriors. Bolescu going to interfere with, oh man, a jawjacker. Takes the Dogster down to the canvas. Road Warrior Animal catching it from the Hungarian Hurricane on the outside. T-Dog says, come on and bring it, but that was probably not a good idea. Neckbreaker to the Dogster. Bolescu with a sidewalk slam, but here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, the Road Warriors picking up a pinfall win over Bolescu and T-Dog. Let's go get the official time.
The time, 6 minutes and 38 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, the Road Warriors.
It's the old song, guys. You can't win them all. And I'm afraid Tibor Bolescu and T-Dog Tomasio, well, they tried to work together as best they could, but when you're up against the Road Warriors, most teams are likely to lose that particular match.
A disappointing loss for the new and unusual pairing of both shows' reigning TV champs. One wonders, will we ever see the two paired up again sometime? I bet if it wasn't Hawk and Animal, maybe some other team, they might have done better. Possibly even picking up a win in their first ever team up. But it's like you say, Tex. The Road Warriors are one very tough team to beat.
And that concludes the first hour. We'll be back with hour 2 right after this brief intermission.